Hi everybody. As you can see, the weather is not so summery anymore, and I don't have chance to test the summer tires this year, so summer season begins in Finland in about 5 months, so now I have to get some winter tires for testing so I can get some results to share. And here are some of the tires I will be testing summer season, and winter season I will go through some details about these. Here you have the stock Model Y tires, 255, 45, 19. They are 274 millimeter wide, the widest point, which impacts the drag coefficient, and this is installed in 9.5 inch wheel. Here you can see the 195/60 18 inch wheel, which we already tried in the summer and got about 10% energy saving. Here it is installed to 7 inch wide wheel, and the width of the tire is 212. Then I have 7.5 inch wide wheels, and there the measurement is 222, so a little bit wider. And if you compare how it bulbs out or is stretched, here it is on 8 inch wheel, and it's looking like that might be correct setup for the test. Here it's 230, so it's 1 inch more wider wheel, and it's 18 millimeter wider the tire on 8 inch wide wheel. We also shortly tested already in the summer these 215 55 18s Conti Eco Contacts 5. There we didn't yet do the consumption measurements, but these are 235 wide on the 8 inch wide wheel. Then the 17 inch size wheel, this is the Audi wheel. This one is 222 millimeter wide when it's installed to 6.5 inch wide wheels. Then for the winter tires we will test Conti Winter Contact 7 tread pattern in sizes 2, 15, 65, 17, 215, 55, 18, so same as this one, but on 18 inch size. There the sidewall is 10% more, so we try to see the difference in the ride comfort. Is there any measurable differences there? Then I have bought 255, 55, 18, which is an Audi Q7 size, same Conti Winter Contact 7, and that will come first to the 8 inch wide wheel. That's what they use in the Audi. In BMW I think they use 8.5 inch wide wheel. So the Tesla uses the 255s on these 9.5 inch wide wheels, but let's see how it performs. I will also test the Tesla stock original size in Hakkapeliitta 10 spike tires, and we know from Tekniikan Maailma magazine that it's about 5% worse consumption if you use Nokian Hakkapeliitta R studless tires in the same size, so we can then take it into account on the consumption tests. But we will measure comfort, noise, braking, acceleration, and probably a little bit of the steering response also, but we will do the steering response in the winter tires with these 215, 65, 17 inch size wheels and tires. I will first test the 6.5 inch wide wheel assembly, then I will build the 8.5 inch wide assembly, and I try to buy 7.5 inch wide wheels to stay in the middle, so that's like 1 inch step up from the stock assembly width. And for winter tires, usually the narrow tire is almost better, like today. Normal winter season in Finland, 5 centimeters of fresh snow already. So if you have these super wide wheels or tires, it's much harder to plow through the snow and it's much more difficult to get good grip. Then again, if you have these narrow tires, I have made the video about the contact patch shape. This has taller contact patch shape, so it's much easier to plow through the snow. And if it starts to slip, it first slip here, and then there's a lot of contact patch still left, so it gets good grip on the other side of the tire when you start braking hard and accelerating if there's snow on the road a lot. On this tire, the contact patch width is much narrower and it's not good for snow performance or water performance. And especially Finnish roads which are not smooth, when you start to drive in the grooves of the road, let's take the winter tire. In the summer tires it's not so big problem because you have all the time so much grip, unless it's a rain weather. But in winter, if you have deep grooves in the road, it only grips on the side of the rubber on either side when you are trying to get off from the groove. And that's when the narrow tire is better, because you have the long contact patch, so you have much more longer contact patch and therefore grip on the narrow tires on winter conditions, so they perform much better when the roads are not smooth. But we try to measure the comfort of the tires. I will make an obstacle course where we drive over at 100 km/h speed different heights of obstacles. At the moment plan is 5 mm thick obstacle, then 10 mm thick obstacle, and then 20 mm obstacle. And we measure the comfort inside the cabin and measure the noises also. So we measure how much acceleration you get on the driver or passenger seat, G-forces, and there we can compare how much more comfort it is if you have taller sidewalls or narrower tires and smaller rim sizes. That's why I will have the 255 rubber, because then you get again 10% more side to impact absorb the bumps better. I think it will not be so significant change as you go the narrower tires based on the calculation I did on the first video or the previous video. But only one way to find out. Let me know if you would like to try also, or see if I install the 215 tires to 7-inch or the 8-inch. It's a lot of work because my tire machines are outside, so it's not fun to do the changes in winter conditions. But let's see. I also try to get the 195/60 size, but that I have to buy new or get somebody to borrow me the tires, because they are not sold used. Thanks for watching and keep tuning your cars.